Hey everyone, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Winter Solstice, whatever you're celebrating right now. I hope you guys are having a nice day. I'm going to see what's going on in the collective right now. What is the message for you guys at this time? What you need to know about. Keep in mind it's a general reading, okay? It could be past, present, or future. So you're going to know best how this resonates for you, all right? And where it fits on the timeline. So let's see. What is going on today? What do you guys need to know about? Let's see. The Three of Wands in reverse. The Nine of Swords and the Eight of Swords. The Fool. Okay, so we're kind of staying in the same energy as my last reading, which is basically someone right now really stressed out, very worried, feeling stuck in their head. They don't know what to do. They don't know what's coming. They don't know what to plan. And it has something to do with your new beginning, all right? Or your freedom, or you jumping into the unknown, all right? Somebody here could be worried about being stuck, being trapped. This could even be somebody worried about going to jail, all right? Because somebody doesn't know what's coming next. So let's see what that is here. Why is the Three of Wands reversed here? Oh my God, they don't know if they're going to jail, man. I'm telling you, Eight of Swords again. This is somebody that they want to try and protect themselves or defend themselves because of entrapment, imprisonment. They're very unhappy, all right? Somebody is very unhappy right now. That sucks. Okay, Nine of Swords. Heartbroken. I mean, dang, that's Christmas energy right there, all right? Someone is heartbroken, they're terrified, they're worried, stressed out. The Knight of Swords, about something being communicated, okay? The Three of Cups in reverse and the Seven of Cups, they're confused, they don't know what to do. It's a spoiled party, a third party situation. Why is the Eight of Swords here? The Two of Cups, this has to do with a relationship, okay? A friendship, a partnership. The Six of Swords. Somebody could have tried to help another person get away with something, all right? They could have tried that. Justice. Justice and the Eight of Swords. I mean, that really looks like prison to me, or jail. And it's kind of looking like someone tried to help someone else get away with something. And now they're stressed out. Now they're nervous. Now they're worried because they don't know what's to come. All right, Devil at the bottom. So tell me more about that. Three of Wands reverse. Oh my God, this is really bad. Ten of Wands, that is extreme burden. That is feeling very weighed down. That is feeling like you can't take it anymore, all right? It feels like you just don't know how to do this. What is that? A house. Because of a house. Okay. Or there's... because you're not in despair in a house. Same energy. It's like because you were not in despair in this house. You were not in despair. And now they don't know what's going to come in the future because you were not in despair in the house. You were not, whatever the hell they tried to say. I don't know. Why is the Eight of Swords here? Lovers. Oh my God, that's this right here. So look. You want to know what this is giving me? Whoever this is, they try to give you some sort of poisoned food, all right? Or laced food, or they try to put drugs in something. And then they try to cover it up by saying you did it to yourself because you were in despair or depressed, all right? Now they don't know what to do because you weren't in despair in this house. You were not depressed. You were not on drugs. All right. The other thing, just like the last reading, they tried to say something about you having a lover. All right. You didn't have a lover. Now they feel trapped. Now they feel like they're going to jail. All right. For all of these lies. And they thought that they could use their friends, family members, connections to get away with this. All right, tell me about them being entrapped, imprisoned, because you didn't die. You didn't. They couldn't overdose you. They couldn't give you a painful ending. You didn't die with their poison food or whatever that is. The King of Wands in reverse. A King of Wands in reverse, going to prison for lovers and for not being able to betray you and leave you for dead. I mean, what the hell? Four of Pentacles. Trying to hold on to something, trying to hold on to control. What is that about? Talking, text, calls, emails. Somebody on a computer. Time, all the time. Somebody is on their computer all the time, day and night. They're like, they basically live in their computer seat at this point, right? So who's King of Wands in reverse? Little hacker boy, or what's this? Somebody that's chronically online all the time, day and night, talking, computer, phones. They didn't want to stop doing this, right? Because whoever that is, whoever is chronically online on a fake burner phone, pretending to be you, a King of Wands in reverse, a little hacker boy here on their computer, right? I guess this person, while someone else is trying to give you laced food or poisoned food, King of Wands in reverse, hacker boy, is texting some random shit about you being depressed and about to delete yourself, right? This is how they try to set up your death, all right? Merry fucking Christmas, really. Okay. The Magician, that's what they try to create. The Seven of Wands, this is how they try to block you, stop you, and defend themselves, or what? This is how they try to block you, stop you. Wow, I'm actually even debating if I should even upload this on Christmas Day, because who wants to hear stuff like this, all right? But okay, so the Page of Cups. Messages. Yeah, Nine of Cups. Why do I feel like this is like messages about drugs? Okay, indulgence, the Nine of Cups. Indulgence. Watching, looking, stalking. Seduction. Watching, looking, stalking, hacking. Little hacker boy here. All right. Some sort of sexting, seduction, hooking up, temptation. That's why being charmed or used, a narcissist is trying to charm and use people. All right. A narcissist is trying to charm and use people by claiming that they saw you hooking up with someone, they saw you with a lover or something like that, right? Because they're not learning from the past. They can't change the perception of the past. They can't change the perception of something. So what are they trying to change the perception of? Or this is what they can't change the perception of. They can't change the perception of a lie that they told, that they allegedly saw you hooking up with people or being some sort of a hooker is what I want to say, all right, really. And because they couldn't cover this up, that they said this about you, they tried to claim that you were in despair in the house, you were so burdened, you saw no future. And because of a lover or you having lovers or being a hooker, you decided to OD yourself, all right? That's this. Oh, and this is some sort of action, something about an action being taken with a King of Cups, or this is who they said was your lover or something like that, okay? A King of Wands. Oh, we have the two weasels here. Weasel 1, Weasel 2, little hacker boy and their friend, or what's that? Who are these two, huh? Oh, they're two weasels that are going to prison. Have fun, okay? Merry Christmas, main female. Expecting. They were expecting someone else to go to prison. So they were expecting a main female. Okay, so if this is you, they were expecting you to go to prison. Courthouse. Why? Because they lied about a lover? Because they lied about seduction and hooking up in the house? Because they lied about some sort of messages about indulgence? A person that's chronically online on their computer day and night, texting, calling, and emailing all of the time? Huh, interesting. So they thought they were going to send you to prison by setting you up. And when that didn't work, they decided to give you some sort of a gift, right? That was going to put you in bad health. Oh, look at that, the tower. Oh, and it's coming in quick too. A quick tower. This one's a sudden tower, a sudden one. Like knock, knock, open up. It's the police. All right. We're coming to raid your computer, hacker boy. Knight of Cups in reverse. A rejection, a lack of empathy, a lack of care, no consideration. Someone that's jealous, spiteful, bitter. What's that about? You survived. You survived. You survived their betrayal. So that's what's going to give them the final blow, is that they tried to give you some sort of poison food and you survived. They couldn't kill you, all right? 10 of Wands. But they made the messages. I guess that's where they fucked up. So they made the messages. They created the messages. Created this narrative about you being so burdened and depressed and on drugs in the house, right? And then you didn't eat their poison shit. Oh. Failed their plan here, right? Wow. And this has to do with a breakup. Oh, so this is in the messages. So a gift, what I say? Okay, so here's the messages that they created, I guess. They created these messages where you are so distraught about a breakup, apparently. Okay, you're in despair about a breakup. You're talking about gonna off yourself, apparently. And then one person around here says, okay, so I'm gonna put the drugs in this cake and then I'm gonna bring it to their front doorstep and then hopefully they eat this shit and then we'll just say that it was because of a breakup. Is that what they did? And they were not concerned about this at all, okay? Because of poverty. And also, you were not concerned about poverty. Okay, so I guess that's another thing that they tried to say. In the messages, they're talking about you being concerned about poverty and, oh my God, my finances are so bad. I'm so poor. Oh my God, I'm going through a breakup. So I'm actually going to just self-delete myself now because I'm poor and I went through a breakup. But you're not. You're not in despair in the house. You're not concerned about poverty. You're not concerned about anything. You're actually at peace. You know you can conquer anything that life throws at you. You're a resilient fighter. You're not a giver-upper. And they really went far, didn't they, with these messages, huh? And they thought it would put you in prison. They were expecting imprisonment. Or they're expecting imprisonment now. I'm not sure. All right. Like, why is expecting imprisonment here? Because they're liars. Because they're liars, cheaters, stealers, stalkers, hackers, trying to get away with it. Manipulative criminal. Oh, yes, they are. High priestess. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. And you know it too. And you know exactly who this is. You know exactly who these people are. These people are evil. 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 And your intuition, if these people try to give you food, or they did in the past, or anything, all right, food, drinks, whatever it is, and your intuition went off, like off the radar, that something was up with that, you're correct. Your intuition was correct. There was something evil inside of that food or in that drink. Yeah, there was. Bad intention, very bad intention inside that, whatever that was. Oh, and the plan didn't work. Bad plan, stupid strategy, because collective is smart. Collective doesn't take food or drinks from anybody, all right? So their plan didn't work. No, this group of people here that planned your death, yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. And I feel like it was multiple people. This is giving me at least 4 people. At least 4 people involved in this one, okay? A King of Wands. Who's this? Tower? Who's the King of Wands? Don't tell me it's little hacker stalker boy. Bad health. Poverty, 4 swords. No, you're not stressed out about poverty. You're not stressed about your money. You're not stressed about anything. You're actually totally at peace. You are totally fine with your situation. You're totally okay with your financial situation, even if it was hard, all right? Totally fine with it. You took it standing up. It was a lesson that you had to learn, all right? It would have never driven you to self-deleting, ever. It wouldn't. It wouldn't have. You knew that you were going to get through that, all right? Yeah, and now it's backfiring, and now everyone's fighting. Now everybody's arguing, fighting, and it's backfiring on them. Wow, they really try to set up your death and make it look like a self-deletion, didn't they? Okay, now I know why they're so fucking scared right now. They should be. What's the 9 of Swords? Bad memories of the past or bullies. So all of your bullies here are now stressed out, terrified, and worried. 4 of Cups, because you said, no, thank you. I don't want that. I don't want that food. I don't want that drink. I don't trust you. I don't know who you are. I don't want to talk to you. Leave me alone, okay? Don't give me anything. Thank you. Temperance, yeah, because your guides and your angels alerted you to this, all right? They know that you're protected, and they just keep trying to do something over and over and over again. They've just been spending so much time invested in trying to communicate something here. And this is this illusion about a third party. They communicated something about cheating, a third party, a lover, and that shit never happened. So alone, this thing about a third party and cheating and whatever the fuck that is that they try to say, alone that proves that that wasn't you talking. That wasn't you texting the shit. All right. Oh, you're heartbroken, right? Deeply hurt, sad. You're broken about a breakup. You feel lost. You're grieving and mourning about a third party. And money. That's what they wrote about in the messages. But in reality, you were not dating someone new, all right? You were not dating someone new. You're not breaking up. You're not sad about a breakup, all right? This is what they wrote about. Money, abundance, debt, poverty, and a breakup. And a lover. That's what they set up. All right? I want to know more about the people that did this. I want to know about the people that did this and wrote this shit and tried to make Collective's death look like a self-deletion. That was the plan. 2 of Wands, that's what they planned, all right? But they couldn't complete the plan. That was the plan, and they couldn't end you. Look, death in reverse. That was the plan. That was the plan. But you didn't die. They couldn't kill you? Wow. And they had to figure out how to balance it out. Oh no, how are we going to balance this out now that we tried to kill Collective and they didn't die? Because we lied about a breakup. Because we lied about a breakup. Because we pretended that there was a breakup. We set up fake text messages and fake messages that pretended to be Collective, a fake profile, catfish profile, and we lied about a breakup. Oh no, what are we going to do now? We lied about a breakup and tried to make the Collective's death look like a self-deleting accident, all right? 10 of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands. So they decided to take action with this money, with a bunch of money, with an inheritance, okay? Because they thought this would get them victory and success with this relationship. With something they said about a lover. Yo. And now they can't get away with it. Merry Christmas. The Knight of Cups, trying to make themselves look like something was nice. This group of people saying, no, that food, that wasn't laced with poison. I know that it, the timing is like exactly the same time that we texted these fake messages, but it was actually just a coincidence that we tried to give someone food at the exact same time that we were texting these messages. It's actually a big coincidence. No, the fuck it's not. It's not a coincidence. It's not. It's really not a coincidence at all, okay? It's not. Because collective is not planning on it doing any kind of self-deleting. Not now and not in the past, all right? Never. Collective doesn't have a lover. Collective isn't struggling through a breakup, and collective isn't sad about poverty. So, what is this? It wasn't collective texting these messages. And no, that food or that drink being delivered to you at exactly the same time, not a coincidence. 1 + 1 = 2, all right? So tell me about them now feeling trapped. 8 of Swords. Why do they feel trapped? What's in that fucking cup? What's in the food? What's in the drink? What's in there? Why are you so scared of going to prison with what's in this cup that you try to give someone, huh? What are you trying to balance out with that? There's an Empress here that's trying to make themselves look like something wasn't evil. Yes, it was. I'm not buying it. Sorry. I'm not buying it at all. It was just a missed opportunity. All right. So because it was a missed opportunity and you didn't bite into the food, literally. All right. Now they're trying to make it look like, no, it wasn't evil. It actually wasn't bad. It was a good intention. But you have nothing to do with this person. There's like a stranger, like someone that you don't know, never talk to, don't want around you, coming up to you and saying, hey, maybe they don't even say anything at all. Maybe they just ring the doorbell and leave it outside because they know you don't want fuck all to do with them, okay? A Queen of Wands, no. You don't want fuck all to do with a Queen of Wands, all right? I'm sorry, but if this is a lady that brought you food, you don't know this person, they're a stranger, you don't want to talk to them, you don't like them, they don't like you, you would have never opened the door to them, you would have never let them in your house, and you're never going to eat their fucking food, all right? The 10 of Pentacles. An inheritance, a large sum of money, a lot of money, inheritance, generational wealth. Why does the Queen of Wands feel like she's going to prison, huh? Because she's a false person. Okay, look at this. Because she's a false person, because she's lying, because she's deceiving, because she's pretending to be nice and caring. Oh yes, I just wanted to bake you some food because I like you. Since when? Since when? I'm sorry, since when? Okay? It's like this person, you've known them as a stranger for, I don't know, a couple years. They never want to give you anything. All of a sudden, they want to give you food. Excuse me. I'm sorry, Queen of Wands, but you're lying. Queen of Wands is a lying thief, all right? I don't care what she says. I don't care if she tries to say, no, I wasn't evil. I was trying to be nice. I don't care. Okay? Someone else can go believe that bullshit. It's not true. She's a false person and she's lying. Okay? And she's scared of going to jail because she knows what she put in that food. And she knows it wasn't just food, all right? And she knows why she did it because she's working together with this little person over here, King of Wands reverse, who's got some computer, laptop, phone set up, all right, chronically online here, texting some sort of messages about whatever the hell is in that food about to kill you, most likely. And it's something about a divorce and a greedy person who would do anything for money, all right? Or man and marriage, M-A-M-A, M-A-M-A, King of Wands, King of Cups. A self-absorbed narcissist, love bombing, a self-absorbed narcissist doing something repetitively, all working together. This Queen of Wands, I'm sorry for her, all right? But she decided to work together with a bunch of narcissists and a plan. That was her choice. She didn't have to try and give you some poisoned food outside your doorstep. She didn't have to do that, but she did it. It was her choice to work together with these narcissists. It was her choice to try and take you out and get you out of the way. And why'd she do it? Because she's trying to help a friend. She's trying to help her relationship. She's trying to help someone get away. That was her choice. She didn't have to go and try and kill someone and then turn around and try and make it look like it was a nice gesture. No, it wasn't. And she knows it. That's why she's terrified of going to jail. Okay? No, she's not innocent. She's not innocent. She's not. Anybody who tries to kill someone with a gift, this food, I'm sorry, this food or this drink, no, it's not innocent. It was not innocent. I don't know how many times something needs to be clarified here for whoever. I feel like you know it. Collective, you know this wasn't innocent. That's why you probably didn't even eat it. You didn't touch it. You closed the door. You said, no, thank you. Okay? Because I know what you're trying to do. I'm not stupid. All right? False person, thief, liar, scared of going to jail. Queen of Wands. Okay? Someone's thinking about it. All right? Someone is thinking about this. Somebody is thinking about this Queen of Wands, apparently. All right? What's there to think about? How they try to close out a cycle or something about traveling. All right? Try to close out a cycle. The Hermit, secretly, undercover, online catfish, online fake social media profile, hacker, online hacker, internet hacker. The Tower. So the internet online hacker found something out, and because they're a chronically online computer boy, all right, and it was a tower moment, it was a catastrophe, and so they all then decided to work together to try and get away with it because little hacker boy figured something out, or what? Queen of Cups in reverse. What's a Tower? What they were expecting. They're expecting a Tower moment. Why? Because of a main male. They were expecting a main male to bring in the Tower moment. And a mature man. King of Cups and the King of Wands, isn't it? A wealthy man. This is how something about making their money, okay? Something about their money, all right? I don't know who this message is for, but I feel like it's just confirmation, all right? Or it's to really like make it obvious that this gift, which is really giving me gift in German, poison, all right? A gift, food or drinks, it was part of the plan. I'm sorry for whoever you are that doesn't want to believe this, because that's kind of what I feel. It's disbelief. It's like, I can't believe that they would do this. I can't believe they did this. This was part of the plan. Okay? Working together with a narcissist because of a hacker online. Why do you keep showing me this? Queen of Wands is scared of going to jail because she's a false person, liar, thief. Bad memories of the past, a bully, stuck in the past, Holding on to a sense of security, safety, can't let go of something. Holding on to a bad past, okay, I don't know. The devil. Oh, something about victory and success with a relationship. They thought they would have victory and success with this with a lover. This would help them have victory and success with something that they said about a lover. So first they tried to say that you had lovers or you had a lover. And when they lied about that and they had to get away with it, they then they try to set up some sort of fake messages. The devil. Evil intentions, all right? Yeah, it was a failure. It was a failure. It failed. It didn't go anywhere. And then they tried to balance it out and switch it around. Oh, the King of Cups. They try to flip something around, switch something around here with a King of Cups, okay? The messages, that's the message. This is an angel message, King of Wands. I don't know. Who's the King of Wands? I don't know. But this is an angel message right there. I'm sorry. I feel like you don't want to believe it about the Queen of Wands. I don't know. Angel message. What's the angel message? That you're not listening to your intuition about this Queen of Wands, and they're trying to defend themselves. They're trying to defend themselves. For what? Their family. They did it for their family. Because of something online. Something on the internet, something online. That's honestly what I feel. All right, protecting family. So it feels like the reason why this person did this is to protect their family. Stability, security, permanence, and growth. Their stability. Paradise. Something about vacation. Trees, nature, outside, palm tree, paradise. Be lighthearted, finding out the truth coming to light about an arrow, about a surprise invitation or meeting, about a surprise, a breakup and a separation, a surprise meeting and a breakup. Vacation, because the truth would come out, things would come to light on vacation, things would come to light because of a surprise invitation or meeting, a breakup. What is the world? Our relationship is over, no second chances, the Grim Reaper, and a hand of cards. They tried to take a chance, they tried to take a risk, they tried to be strategic here with the Grim Reaper. Because of a hand of cards. What is the angel message here for someone? And then I'm going to close it out. What is the angel message? Page of Cups, something about a child or a message or an apology or someone being nice. Death. Death with indulgence. Death with indulgence. This is like a drug overdose, okay? I'm sorry. A drug overdose. That's what that looks like. And somebody wanting to make themselves look innocent or something about being nice to someone. has to do with a lot of money. It has to do with someone's success, someone's independence, money, business. A moment of enlightenment here about a message, about something being communicated, an epiphany. A breakup. A breakup. Somebody holding on to a relationship for a sense of security, even though it's not a good match. Man, it has to do with this Queen of Wands and their strategy. Or this Queen of Wands and the strategy, okay? I don't know. Somebody trying to defend themselves here with with being depressed, being sad. Trying to defend something about sadness, depression. Okay, this is how they try to defend themselves. Saying that somebody didn't give something to someone, they didn't try and receive something from someone, they didn't give something to someone. They're trying to switch it around. They're trying to switch it around. It's like they're trying to say that they gave you something, they gave you some food because they knew you were sad. How did they know you were sad? You would never tell this person you were sad. If they're trying to say, no, I gave them this food because I knew they were going through a hard time. How? You don't talk to this person. You did not tell them anything about your personal life. How are they supposed to know you're going through a hard time? You wouldn't tell them anything. You would not have told this person anything about your personal life, which would get them to the thought, oh, I'm going to do something nice for them because they're sad. How do they know you're sad? They don't, because you don't talk to them. And also they're making it up. I'm sorry, that's the truth. High Priestess. Okay. Who are they trying to protect, right? Like, why are they even doing this? Who are they trying to protect with this? They did something risky, they did something stupid, they did something reckless, foolish, risky, because they're not healing, they're not on their healing path, right? Lack of purpose, Page of Cups and the Nine of Cups. Something about selfish wishes and desires, all right? Lying about why they took this action. They're lying. They're lying about why they did it, okay? The Ace of Pentacles. Trying to switch it around. They're trying to cause an illusion. They're trying to switch it around. They're trying to switch it around. They're trying to cause an illusion. About what? About a great fortune. Or because of a great fortune and somebody losing a house. Somebody losing a house, moving out of a house, getting kicked out of a house. A great fortune. Trying to free themselves from imprisonment here, but there's no breakup and there's also nothing about poverty, okay? You're not in poverty. You're not going through a breakup. None of this happened. And this is what they're trying to free themselves from imprisonment with. Or that's why they said something about a great fortune and someone losing a house, because you're not going through poverty and you're not going through a breakup. But they set all of this up with this gift that they try to give you, I guess. All right, one last card. They try to put you in bad health and they're under judgment for this, or they don't want to face judgment for this, or it's something that they're telling the judge. I don't know, okay? Something about a judge. I'm sorry, but really, look. Expecting something with a main male and a gift. They had an expectation, something with a main male and this gift. So who's the main male? The one that was writing the messages? And then they come in and give you the gift and then it's supposed to work, or what? Then it's supposed to look like you did it to yourself? One last card. Has to do with cheating. It has to do with hooking up, saying you're a hooker, saying you have lovers, saying you have third parties. And a breakup. That's it. That's all Spirit is giving me today. Okay, so I'm going to leave it at that. A Taurus and a Libra. A Sagittarius. February. September. August. And an Aquarius. November and July. And then we have a Leo and we have a Gemini. Okay. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. Hope this helps. Thanks for watching. Until next time. Bye.